Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy here, RT Gamer, back with another video, guys, and today I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit of an update video. Um, the updates are gonna be between streaming and, some of the upcoming series, Minecraft series that we got in the works and all that stuff. So first off, some of the streaming that we've been doing lately has just been kind of on and off lately. I'm going to start trying to get back into a normal schedule of doing Fridays and Saturdays. And then also trying to fit at least a stream in on a either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. And then kind of have like a break in between or whatever. So that's why today there was a little bit of a stream kind of thrown out there for you guys, but just nothing too special, obviously. It's not like one of those big 10-hour streams that we usually do. But hoping to kind of change up a few things too when it comes to streaming. I'm gonna try to add my banners back so you guys know what my Twitch is, Instagram, and all that stuff is. I'm gonna also try to add the Discord in there. I'm gonna also try to I'm gonna see if JB wants to help out with a little bit of the Twitch management. I'm gonna try to get, not like try to get promotions, but if I can kind of get away with putting a promotion without getting like promoted by somebody, like I don't know how to like explain it. Like a brand that I like, kind of put it on the stream, and maybe one day that brand will, sponsor me or something like that. But who knows? We'll give that a try for a little bit, see what happens. If issues come my way, then we won't put it up anymore. But I'm gonna try to figure out the banners and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to also come up with like better like starting stream stuff like that. Come up with better ideas and all that good fancy stuff like that. I don't think what else for streaming. I'm gonna try to mostly focus on Forza, Siege, Schedule 1, Phasmo. I'm gonna kind of keep it like more of the fun games. Minecraft will do, but we're not gonna do the stuff that involves the series anymore because I kind of want to keep some of that stuff private. So if you did join the stream at that point when I was making some of that stuff, that's the only time you're gonna see me ever work on that stuff. Because I want to keep, again, most of it private, so you guys aren't kind of getting spoilers of what's going on and stuff like that. So speaking of the series themselves, we're gonna start with Spacex because that is now finally in the works. Episode 1 is finally being put together. The process I'm kind of doing for it is more of kind of recording as I go. If I come up with an idea, I'm kind of like recording hours worth of filming and then cutting it down as much as I can to make it into an episode. So the first episode is in the works. I'm only like 5 minutes into it because I had done like an hour of filming and then had just cut so much stuff out. So I have to kind of dude, that's not even a word. I have to go back into the actual video itself and kind of just pull the parts out one by one and all that. And then I'm hoping, so to kind of keep you guys a little entertained, Spacex is not going to come out for a long time. For like a little while. Not a long time is what I should say. More like a little bit. I'm going to kind of make about... It's either I make about 5 episodes or I just make the whole season and then drop it. Or I might drop it in increments. But, the other series, I'm basically not done with, obviously, but the first episode is basically done. I just have to do all the voiceovers and all that stuff. But we're going to be redoing Jurassic Craft, but in a better way. I think when I like originally recorded that first episode, it it was just kind of right off the bat, and I think I know at the time at the end of the video I put, you know, some important, you know, information at the end. And you know, for me, I was just going through a tough time, and at that moment, I just wasn't in the mood and was in the mood to make the series at the same time. So I think now I want to redo it and I want to make it a little bit better. So right now, what I'm doing with that one is I'm just straight out recording whatever, going off whatever, and you know, kind of following through what's going on in that storyline. I already know pretty much what I'm doing for the first season, and it's actually going to be pretty dope, so be prepared for that. The episodes will get better as we progress, so, and that's going to be the same way with SpaceX. I'm going to tell you right now, personally to me, my first episodes of things aren't always the best, and I know a lot of people expect the first episode to be like, oh, this is interesting, let me watch more of it. When I get into like my second episode, third episode, that's when I start to really get the deep ideas of, alright, I know what I'm doing. And it's the same thing with Lone Survivor, which I will talk about in a minute. Jurassic Craft, it's a little bit harder to think of things because at the same time I have to mine some of the stuff and get some of the materials because I don't want to like have to cheat to get half the shit, which obviously making the series I have to obviously use cheats and stuff like that to obviously do some of this cool stuff. But with SpaceX, every second I pretty much have to cheat to allow myself to breathe in space because some of the mods don't allow me to actually breathe alone without the oxygen tanks. I think it's just like glitched or something like that, so it's whatever. There's an actual suit that I can actually wear out there that will protect me in any environment, I think. I forget. I think it's a certain galaxies I can't wear it in, but at least our solar system we can wear it in. I can wear it in. So, but back to Jurassic Craft. That one it's got a story plot and everything to it. It's just as I'm recording, it has to be kind of like done as we go and as we record kind of thing. So, at least SpaceX will be a little more put together better than Jurassic Craft will be, but I will promise Jurassic Craft will be a pretty good series. And then, well, alright, so I feel like, to me, I kind of have to explain what some of the stories are about. So Jurassic Craft is obviously about a paleontologist who gets sent to an island by himself to discover some mysterious blocks that the military found, and obviously come to find out it's fossils. And he's sent on this trip for $10 million to just basically collect whatever it is and bring it back to them. But instead he meets someone out there who wants to take these fossils and recreate basically Jurassic Park, but Jurassic Craft. And obviously me am gonna actually help him recreate Jurassic Craft, or Jurassic Park, as you would say. But the military isn't gonna like that at all, so I'm gonna try to have Mr. Chum be the enemy kind of thing. So kinda spoiler right there, so if you didn't really want to hear that, it's alright, but it's fine. And then SpaceX is obviously kind of the same thing. And an astronaut is sent to space to obviously explore our solar system and is obviously left with many questions of what is out there, and pretty much gets the answers of all these mutant creatures and dungeons and shit like that. So that one will be pretty dope. And then the Lone Survivor. I know I have not made an episode on that in forever. Recently, I had been working on a little bit of the episodes, like just kind of writing them down and thinking, like, all right, this is kind of a good idea. So, the next episode, I'm kind of thinking of like doing a backstory of the character that I am. Obviously, the story is, you know, one guy and his dog, they think they're the only ones left, but in reality, there's little villages all around that are still got people surviving, but some people are obviously sick, and they're trying to find a cure. Um, I think that one is going to turn out a little bit better. But for now, we're just going to kind of like push it off to the side so I can kind of focus on SpaceX and Jurassic Craft, because those are probably my two main favorite ones to do right now. Because I have so many mods placed into it that it's almost like it's almost like I technically have the freedom to do whatever I want. And it's like in Lone Survivor, I really like I only have certain mods in that pack and I can't add any more. I can't take anything out to fix it. So it just kind of sucks. So that's why that one's kind of pushed off to the side for now. I know I can actually go back in time where shaders wasn't a thing on there, and it kind of makes it look like it's, back in time. So I'm gonna try to make an episode on that. Try to, do something cool like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, I think that's pretty much the updates that I want to give to you guys. Just kind of what the series are about, what's been going on, what we're going to be doing with streaming. I know this video was a little bit long, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. And I hope that, it kind of gives you guys a little idea that, I'm not kind of like pushing everything to the side and just not doing it. It's just taking a little bit of time and time and a little bit of a process to put everything together and work on everything. So hope you guys did enjoy, and I will catch you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out.